and welcome to Hibs TV. Myself, Dave Armstrong. Alongside me, as always, is the voice of the people on a match day, Keith Reid. Keith, how you doing?
I'm fine, Dave. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Just happy enough with the restrictions being lifted, but we'll get into that as we're not in the real world at the minute. So we're here at the Weser Stadium in Bremen in Germany. Friendly between Werder Bremen and Hibs. Keith, this will be an interesting one because this is there's a little link between Werder Bremen and Hibs. Of course, 500 miles being played when they score, 500 miles being played when we score. So that's a nice little link up to have.
Indeed, and of course both teams playing green and white as well.
Exactly.
But not today for Hibs though, but still.
No, we're in the much fan favoured purple strip this afternoon. The teams just shaking hands. Of course, Werder Bremen have got their season back on the way, whereas Hibs have had their season ended by the SPFL. So different routes taken, but of course, Hibs have had more games, cup games included, so not as many as, or probably more than the Bundesliga season has had so far. So we would have had a lot more games to play.
Possibly.
So just the teams flashing up on your screen for Werder Bremen. And one player that kind of sticks out would be Davy Klaassen, formerly of Ajax and Everton. He'd be one to watch out for. And the Hibs lineup coming up. Of course, Marciano in goal. Stevenson, Hanlon, Porteous and McGinn are the back line this afternoon. Hallberg and Malen holding midfield. Newell, Allen and Boyle. And of course, up front, who else, Keith? But that man again, Christian Deutsch.
Christian Deutsch leading the line there.
Just about to kick off here at the virtual Weser Stadium, as it's called here, but obviously the Weser Stadium in Bremen. As Werder kick off from left to right, Hibs from right to left. Just in possession is Augustin and Moisander, Davy Klaassen, Egstein looking for the through ball, cut out by Joe Newell. Here's Hanlon, Ryan Porteous. It's one player who's tipped for big time. Here's Christian Deutsch. Playing in on the wing. He's got Malen in the box. Likes for the outside and gives the ball away. However, Hibs regain possession. Werder Bremen scrapping to get that one away. Here's Toprak, Turkish international. Back to Pavlenka. Moisander being put under pressure here from Hibs front line. Egstein. There's Voigt. Egstein now on this right side. They're looking for a runner. Nobody giving them an option. Bittencourt. He's a name that's been known in English football over the last few years. Egstein. Schika. Klaassen. That's cleared away by Scott Allen. Now hold on a minute. There'll be a free kick on the edge of the box to Werder Bremen. I did not see that free kick, or did not see the foul rather, Keith. What do you think?
No, I didn't see the foul either actually. Looks like the referee spotted something that we didn't, Dave, and it's a free kick. It's just a couple of yards outside the box.
Of course, it's Rashica, number 7 for Werder Bremen, standing over it. Now Bittencourt. Rashica. Ooh, too high. Too far. That is flashed over the bar. Technique on the free kick, but just a little bit too much on it. Flashing over the crossbar. Of course, today's match is a friendly. Bit of a European flavour for Hibs. A bit of a change. Marciano puts this deep into the Bremen half. There's Boyle. We all saw what he did against Rangers in the last game. The virtual Scottish Cup final. There's Boyle. Oh, to the back post. Oh, that's off the crossbar. That's a big chance. I think the keeper misjudged that one, Keith. That was almost a bit of an error.
I think he did, yeah. It looked like it was going nowhere, but the keeper flapped it and it hit the top of the bar. Just Hibs couldn't turn in the rebound, but it is a corner nonetheless.
And now Scott Allen will whip this one in. Try to get someone on the end of it. Oh, that's a wonderful bullet header. And Hibs take the lead at the Weser Stadium. Paul Hanlon, trying the highest, and what a header that is. Keep the kick it off here.
Yeah, cracking header from the Hibs captain. The Hibs fans in the away end go absolutely bonkers, and so they should. What a goal. Great delivery, and there's Hanlon leaping just about 12 yards away, getting ahead of his defender and then knocking the ball into the back of it. Great header, no chance for the keeper. Hibs 1, Werder Bremen 0, or Werder Bremen 0, Hibs 1 should I say.
It's just too much pace on that one for the keeper to contend with. Hibs ahead on 7 minutes with a goal from the captain Paul Hanlon. And as you said, Keith, Hibs fans in the away end going absolutely crazy. Not often they get an away day to Germany, is it?
Not very often, but of course they had the first ever European away day in Essen.
It's true. And I wonder what the pre-season tour will be this year, if any. I don't think it would be allowed, but we still travel restrictions.
Unfortunately, I was hoping somewhere with good beer in this open.
Joe Newell, Blanket does well. Hibs still applying the pressure here. Hit 10 minutes. Now Stevie Mallon, bit of time to Scott Allen. Allen looking for the run of Boyle, finds the left foot of Boyle. Ooh, that was a chance for Joe Newell to put Hibs 2-0 ahead. Just flashes that one over the crossbar.
Yeah, he just got under it a little bit there, Dave, and just couldn't quite turn it into the net. Decent cross as well, and another chance for Hibs to make it 2-0, as you said.
Now Pavlenka will look to get this onto a Werder Bremen head deep in the Hibs half. He's gone for the play out of the back option. It's top rack. To Moisander. Bremen looking to continue central. It's a good tackle from Deutsch. With Bremen still in possession. To Bittencourt on this right hand side. Has he got an option? No, he's got to go back. There's Eggstein. Bittencourt, good ball. Good bit of build-up play from Werder Bremen here. Beautiful ball through. Well, that's offside. And you can see when the pass is made, he just flashing way too far ahead, Keith. That is offside.
Yeah, definitely offside. If it had held his run, no, he might well have been in.
A warning for Hibs.
Certainly
leaving
is.
Pockets open. Bremen still in possession. They might feel they have a bit of momentum to carry here. There's Davy Klaassen. Didn't quite work out for Klaassen at Everton, but still in the hearts and minds of many Ajax fans during his time at the club. Good challenge by Paul Hanlon to try and possess Bittencourt. Show his strength, and it's a throw into Hibs on this near side. Wonderful work there, Keith, from Paul Hanlon.
Yeah, just sticking to his task there and winning Hibs a throw-in the end.
Stevenson using his pace. Option and Scott Allen. He follows the run of Joe Newell. Good little triangle play here. Is there anything on the end of it? And it just creeps away from Hibs as the cross comes in. There's Klaassen to Selke. 16. Now Werder Bremen have a chance to back out the midfield. But Hibs will regain possession. And if somebody can find Martin Boyle on the far side, Joe Newell's under a bit of pressure from Bittencourt, so Werder Bremen do well to quell that threat. There's Newell again, has the ball taken off him. Bittencourt. Eggstein. Bittencourt again. The Werder Bremen number 10 seeing an awful lot of the ball in the first half. Eggstein back to Bittencourt. Sacco to Eggstein. Now Bittencourt has space. What are they going to do here? still Bittencourt, and Hibs are just crowding the attack from Werder Bremen out completely. Wonderful defensive work from Hibs.
Yeah, Bremen fans not happy there. He could have done a lot better with that initial chance that he had, got the ball over.
You can see there's just a real flow to Hibs' passing play so far. That's a wonderful ball to Joe Newell. It's got Stevenson inside, but the pass is no good. Stevenson wins it back, but that's going to be called for a free kick. Bit harsh on Lewis Stevenson. There wasn't that much in it.
Yeah, he just took a leg in there, did Lewis, with the referee deciding that he was over exuberant with his challenge.
Of course, both teams playing the green and white. And Hibs' latest green and white edition is the fastest selling kit of all time, Keith. It's quite impressive, with a massive thank you to our NHS workers and key workers across the country.
Absolutely, and it's good to know that that's the case.
There's Joe Newell. And again, fails to find anybody with that pass. Kind of sloppy from Joe Newell. Does all the right things in the build-up, and then just that one little mistake lets him down. Werder Bremen losing possession again. Joe Newell's on the end of it. Can he do better here? He does to find Martin Boyle. Boyle now inside the 18-yard box. Oh, Christian Deutsch just too far ahead of it. And again, Hibs just losing possession. Werder Bremen having to kick and scratch for possession here at home. Now Sacco back to Eggstein to Klassen. Klassen now not having much of an option to move forward. Mallon doing really well to close him off in midfield, forcing him out wide. Does find Rashika. Oh, that's just wide of the post, and he knows he should have done better there. Osako with a chance to put Werder Bremen level, and he knows he should have got that at least on target.
Yeah, decent chance there for the Werder Bremen number 8 there. Maybe just put off by the challenge from the Hibs defence, but he failed to find the target, and with nearly 25 minutes gone, it's Werder Bremen 0, Hibs 1.
Not a bad half at all, Keith, if you're a Hibs fan. 1-0 ahead.
Yeah, early
pass in play.
After 7 minutes.
And now Osako again, can he redeem himself? That's put off the feet of Paul Hanlon. It's going to be a corner to Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen fans urging their team to get an equaliser as we approach the half-hour mark. It's going to be Rashika, whose right foot out swinging, has a short option here. And that's punched away by Marciano. Hibs keeper does well. Eggstein. There's Voigt. Eggstein again. Bittencourt. And now Rashika has a chance to cross. And that's just wide of the post. Again, Marciano does enough. Well, that was dangerous, Keith. That was off this side netting from Selke, the Werder Bremen man, but
it was.
Marciano does enough.
Yeah, coming off his line very quickly to close down the space.
And now Werder Bremen again. Rashika. Here's Bittencourt with a bit of space. Top rack. Expect your centre half to shoot from there. Wonderful challenge from Joe Newell. Again, doing everything right.
Just picking the toes of Augustinsson and just clearing the ball.
Now, Bittencourt. Probably seen more of the ball than anyone on the Werder Bremen side so far. Bittencourt again. Up to Rashika. Has he got an option central? He does, and it's the feet of Hallberg. Wonderful challenge again. from Hibs to keep that ball away from the 18-yard box, not giving Werder Bremen a chance. Werder Bremen seeing more of the ball, having more possession, but like the old saying goes, possession doesn't win games, goals do. So is Eggstein. Chance for Bremen here. Ball to the back post. Oh, that's blocked away. It's wonderful defending again from Hibs. Rashika with a chance to equalise, and it's off the feet of Ryan Porteous.
Yeah, just looked like he would, for all the world, he'd put it into the back of the net, but Porteous getting across there and clearing the ball for another corner from Bremen.
A barrage from Werder Bremen on the Hibs defence going into the last 15. Rashika to take. Again, Joe Newell gets it away to the feet of Scott Allen. Hibs just clearing their lines, giving themselves a bit of time to shake back up. Again, Werder Bremen are going to push to his right-hand side. Doesn't seem to be any option on the left side. So David Graves had little or nothing to do.
And the plays will be coming down this side. Oh.
And
Again,
Marciano
chance.
again. That's a big save from the Israeli international.
Great save from Rocky. As much as the Rangers game, he was in super form there as well, and that's another good save from big Israeli keeper.
It's Rashika with the right foot out swinging. Another chance for Werder Bremen again. You would see how many corners they've gotten this half alone. No doubt there's a lot of them. Now a chance, blocked again. Marciano has this in his hands, easier than ever. Now just looking for an option. Surely Selke shouldn't be that close to Marciano. Now here's Deutsch. Scott Allen across for Martin Boyle, picked up by Mallon. At the feet of Boyle now. Scott Allen is out wide. And a wonderful save from the header there, Keith. That was unfortunately right at him from Christian Deutsch.
It was Christian Deutsch getting the header down, but good save from the Werder Bremen keeper.
And no doubt, Fear Marciano's had the most of the action to do today. Pavlenka not really having much to do, but and again giving away the goal. So Werder Bremen are going to push up here. Augustinsson. It's a good ball towards Rashika. Rashika now with a chance. That's a wonderful goal from Werder Bremen to equal things up. And it is Osako. He missed the chance earlier on. What a goal that is, Keith.
It is, yeah. But to be fair, Werder Bremen have had a lot of the possession since Hibs took that early lead, and I think they probably deservedly got themselves back into the game. But yeah, Osako unmarked at the back post there, and nothing Marciano could do about it. And he just got that right foot shot away over the big Israeli keeper into the back of the net, make it 1-1 here.
As they always say, put your laces through it, and that's exactly what he done. Yuya Osako. Will be happy with that goal. Werder Bremen fans now full voice as they've equalised before half-time, which is exactly what the manager would have wanted to see. Here's Stevenson. Newell with a wonderful ball to Lewis Stevenson. Is there a chance? And it's just intercepted. Werder Bremen. Here's Selke. Eggstein. Selke again. Voigt. Looks like Werder Bremen will be happy to see this one through to half time. Selke. Rashika. And Hibs will have to regain possession, and they do. Here's Allen. And again, Werder Bremen like predators on the ball. Here's Bittencourt. Osako. Klaassen. Rashika. Provider of the first Werder Bremen goal. There's Selke. That's right at Marciano again. making the keeper work for it. Not much in it, but their opportunity nonetheless, Keith.
It was just got in between the Hibs defence again and caught the shot away. Just didn't get enough power behind it, and an easy save for Marciano in the end, but it was a chance.
There's Paul McGinn. And it's going to be a throw-in for Hibs, cleared by Werder Bremen. There's Scott Allen. And it's going to be marked as offside is Martin Boyle. Yeah, just a fraction offside, Keith.
Yeah, just that leg dangling there. Linesman right there, though.
You could not get that one wrong. Although we have said that before. There's Mallon. Allen. Nicked off him by Voigt. Now here's Osako. Davy Klaassen. Osako again. Rashika. Werder Bremen looking a lot more confident on the ball now. Here's Rashika. Pushing down the far side, looking for space. Here's Klaassen. Now to Rashika again. The Hibs are crowding him out. Does well to find Delka. Osako. Good challenge from Paul Hanlon. Now Hibs can try and counter-attack. Here's Hallberg. Gives the ball away. Here's Bittencourt. Bremen in charge again. Klaassen. Bittencourt. Eggstein. Just about gets there, but Stevenson is crowding him out already. Oh, it's just a chance. Wonderful challenge from Ryan Porteous to stop that going in, and that was a chance for Bremen to take the lead before half-time. Wonderful challenge from Ryan Porteous.
Good challenge from the big Hibs stopper.
Bremen again applying the pressure. Augustinsson to Rashika. All the way back to Moisander, and I would imagine Bremen are looking to close this one out to half-time. Here's Davy Klaassen again.
5 minutes of injury time in this game.
A lot of minutes. I wouldn't say there was enough stoppages to warrant it, but then again, I'm not the referee. There's Eggstein. There's Sacco. Now Deutsch to clear. Can he get there? He does. And we see one of those trademark sprints from Deutsch. In the game against Hearts, he was like a gazelle going down this left-hand side. Almost in the final minute now of injury time. The Hibs just not able to hold on to the ball. Werder Bremen retrieving the ball at every chance. Now Hibs try to at least keep a hold of the ball, which they do. And Werder Bremen again regaining possession. Here's Augustinsson. Deutsch trying to play in Martin Boyle, and that's the half-time whistle. The virtual Weser Stadium. The score is 1 apiece between Werder Bremen and Hibs. And the man pulling the strings, man of the match so far, is Scott Allen. He's had 1 assist, obviously, for the goal. But Hibs playing well, Keith. Not too bad at half-time. We can't really be disappointed too much against the Bundesliga side.
No, they played all right, actually. They got off to that early lead with the header from Paul Hanlon, and then, you know, they were on the back foot for quite a bit of that first half, but they managed to hold out, and the side's going even at half-time.
So at half-time, it's 1 apiece. Werder Bremen 1, Hibs 1, and we'll be back soon enough with the second half. Stay with us. Welcome back to Hibs TV and the virtual Weser Stadium in Bremen in Germany. One apiece here so far as we kick off the second half. A wonderful header from Paul Hanlon to break the deadlock in the first half, and then the equaliser from Osako of Werder Bremen just as we hit the half-an-hour mark, just past. So as far as we know, no substitutions at half-time. Here's Scott Allen. Ooh, Allen looking for a long-range effort, wasn't too far away. Wait to start the second half, Keith.
Not bad, just a cracking one, just from about 20 yards away. Don't think it really troubled the Werder Bremen keeper very much, but Pavlenka, but a decent start the first half, the first period of the second half for Hibs.
Now Eckstein in possession. Sako, Selka. Hibs dispossessing in midfield. Here's Scott Allen on the far side now. Has he got George running up? He's got Joe Newell. Newell's got the pace over his man Eckstein. Newell puts the ball, but again it's poor from Joe Newell. Everything but the final touch for Joe Newell. Hibs still in possession. Martin Boyle. Good run from Martin Boyle. Going to Christian Deutsch. And again, it's Werder Bremen just get enough on the ball to keep it out of the net. Here's Klaassen, Rashika. Now Gustafsson has a chance to push in. It's a poor ball, goes straight to the Hibs defence. Hanlon and Porteous giving the ball away again, however. Here's Bittencourt. Eggstein to Davy Klaassen. Here's Selka, back to Rashika. Werder Bremen keeping the passes short and precise. Seems to be the manager's talk at half-time. Marciano gets there before Selka. It's wonderful anticipation from the Hibs keeper. Scott Allen doing well to try and keep the ball at Hibs' feet. But Werder Bremen just too strong. Here's Augustinsson. Rashika. Rashika to Augustinsson, and there you go. It is Ryan Porteous there again, just in time. Now Augustinsson. Werder Bremen really applying a lot of pressure in the second half so far. Here's Klaassen. Selka blocked again, this time by Paul Hanlon. Scott Allen in possession now. Has he got an option? He does. Now the pace. Christian Deutsch is going to take over. He's got an option at the back post. Is he going to take it? He's waited too long. That was the option. Here's Stevie Mallon. McGinn. Mallon. McGinn yet again. And it's given away. And Keith, you really have to think that was the chance. Here's Deutsch. Being crowded out. Puts the ball in. It's punched by the Werder Bremen keeper Pavlenka. And all the way back into the Hibs half.
Yeah, Hibs had a few chances to try and get the ball across there, but didn't take them. There's a substitution here.
It's a double. It's going to be Joe Newell coming off. Bittencourt's going to go off for Bartels. And the Hibs substitution
is Murray.
Fraser Murray for Joe Newell. Fraser Murray, of course, a graduate of the academy system. Instantly makes an impact here. Tries to put the ball in for Christian Deutsch. Get on the end of it. There's Davy Klaassen. Eggstein. Pika. Now Augustinsson. It's near side. Battling away with Paul McGinn and winning that battle. Here's Augustinsson again. Ball comes into the back post. There's too much on it, but that was dangerous because Osako was waiting on that back post to put Werder Bremen ahead.
Shrug of the shoulders there. He knows that delivery could have been better.
Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Much to the delight of the Hibs fans. who have travelled all the way to support the green and white. Now there's a chance here. That's collected. That's outside the box by Pavlenka, but we won't look too much into that.
Yeah, it looked like he fell outside his box when he collected that ball, but the referee decided to take no action.
Here's Deutsch. Pulls it back to Fraser Murray. He's going to put the ball in towards the back post for Boyle. Augustinsen's forced to head it out, and it's going to be a throw in to Hibs on this near side. Chance for Boyle to find an option. He does. Paul McGinn. Bill. To Mallon. Back to McGinn. Boyle trying to keep possession, but he loses out. It's going to be a free kick to Werder Bremen, and another substitution for home and away.
Double.
Stevenson's going to come off. Selka's going to come off. And we await to see. It's Pizarro who's coming on for Selka, and Tom James for Lewis Stevenson. And Pizarro, obviously a Bundesliga veteran at this point. He's been at Werder Bremen for a long, long time. A seasoned veteran. Now Barcelos. Toprak, Osako. Now a chance for David Klassen, and again Ryan Porteous with an unbelievable challenge to keep Hibs right in the game. Scott Allen, now he's got a chance. Martin Boyle. Chance to put this one in. Dispossessed again, this time by Moisander. Bremen forced to come back and do the dirty work. Here's Rashika. Goes to Bartels. Werder Bremen just looking for a route inside next team. Now Bartels has made some space for himself. He's got an option at the back post. Goes all the way to the corner, but it does find a Werder Bremen foot. And that is going to be a corner. Another substitution this time is Martin Boyle to come off for Hibs. Just going to get an idea of who's gone off and who's gone on. So Nuri Sahin is coming on for Eggstein.
Daryl Horgan from Martin Boyle.
Daryl Horgan from Martin Boyle. Nuri Sahin, of course, a fan favourite in Borussia Dortmund, and also had a stint with Liverpool at one point. Unsuccessful, but albeit still very very knowledgeable in the German game. He was very, very popular at Dortmund.
Decent effort there from top rack as we were talking there, Dave. Just had a chance, but couldn't keep the ball down and the ball over Marciano's bar.
Looking for Hibs, he's a centre half, so it's not going to be a world-class effort every time. Here's Davy Klassen. Here's Scott Allen now. He's got Christian Deutsch ahead of him. Takes Daryl Horgan's option outside. Horgan, fresh legs, good pace. You can see that straight away. Daryl Horgan working his way into the box. That's dealt with by Toprak. He's having a good day, Toprak. Good performance, good solid, consistent performance from him at the back.
Yeah, Christian Deutsch and Scott Allen waiting on that cross.
And now Werder Bremen dealing with the crosses all day long. Hibs finding it difficult to get the ball on the end of a Hibs head at the minute. There's Rashika. Osako. Zaro. Osako again. Of course, scored the equaliser in the first half. Sahin. Bartels. Dispossessed. And now Tom James is trying to, or Joe Newell rather, trying to turn his man. Failed. Pizarro. Just wide. And he just scuffed it the side of his foot, didn't make any real contact. Tried to put it into the bottom left-hand corner, but didn't come off that way.
Yeah, just trying to control it and just take it first time on the spin, but just it might be better just waiting for a few seconds. Not any real danger for off your Marciano and the Hibs goal there.
As we approach 75 minutes, Porges gets the ball back to Hallberg. Tom James tries to turn his man. Osaka's wise to his tricks. Now Davy Klaassen. Pizarro. Klaassen again. Rashica. Oh, that's a wonderful finish, but it's going to be offside. And his shoulder, he's leaning offside. Keith.
Oh yeah, just off. Just off. Great pass to find him, but Rashica just offside and failing to give Werder Bremen the lead there.
Stark warning for Hibs as Davy Klaassen is pulled up injured for Werder Bremen, which is unfortunate. Here's Scott Allen. And through for Horgan. Horgan looking for a bit of pace. Finds Scott Allen. Paul McGinn. Is there going to be a ball in here? Stevie Mallon. McGinn. Attempts a ball, but it's completely blocked. David Klaassen. Moisander. Klaassen again. Sacco. Now at the feet of Scott Allen. Good interception from Hibs. Here's Daryl Horgan. Horgan for Doy. Just two!
Oh, it's a goal!
A wonderful effort from Christian Deutsch puts Hibs ahead here in the second half. Wonderful pass from Daryl Horgan. Comes off absolutely brilliantly.
Look at that, there's Christian Deutsch just peering off inside, making that run. Daryl Horgan looks up, finds his man, and the big Welshman does the rest. Slashing that right foot shot behind the Werder Bremen goalkeeper to give Hibs a 2-1 lead here.
He's not going to miss from there, is he? Christian Deutsch on 76 minutes puts Hibs ahead as he looks to the fans with a thumbs up. Hopefully more to come from Deutsch in this second half. As Bremen push forward, here's Augustinsson. Moisander. There's the injured Davy Klaassen, who's opted to stay on the pitch. Sahin. Klaassen. Out to Augustinsson. Now Bremen have a chance here. Cross. Marciano parries dangerously, but Hibs managed to get it away. Here's Klaassen again.
Pinch there, but he overstretched himself, but he just managed to claw it away.
Osako. That's away by Paul Hanlon for a corner to Werder Bremen on the far side now. Werder Bremen are going to pack this box out, leaving a couple of options on the edge. But ultimately, it's going to be right-footed. So it's going to swing out towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Taking the short option to Bartels. Full bit of skill. Dealt with well by the Hibs defence. All the way to the halfway line. That's going to go up for a throw-in, but it's going to give Hibs a chance to take a breath and shape back up. Hopefully go in search of that elusive third goal, Keith.
Yeah, they've been under a bit of pressure from Werder Bremen since they got the lead there, and Bremen desperate to get back into this game.
Now, Rashica back to Klaassen again. Augustinsson. Dispossession from Daryl Horgan. Has a good spell since coming on. Now, Fraser Murray. Murray crowded out by Voigt. Sahin. Making space on the far side. Osako. Here's Pizarro. Intercepted by Ryan Porteous. Hallberg. Hibs clearing the danger. Only getting as far as Rashica. Sacco cleared again from Tom James this time. And the pressure mounting as we come into the 80 minutes here at the Weser Stadium. Tells with the ball in, too far, too much on it. And Hibs can breathe again. And here the instructions being belted out from the managers on the sidelines. Now, what have Werder Bremen got in the tank left?
Yeah, 7 minutes or so to go here, and need to do something.
Moisander, that's offside. No doubt in my mind he's coming back from an offside position anyway.
Yeah, only a yard in it or so, Dave. Quite clear on that occasion.
We'll call from the linesman. And now Werder Bremen have picked up the second injury. This time it's a left back, Moisander, which does not bode well for, Werder Bremen. But Daryl Horgan is a threat on that side. And you know how he can exploit the weaknesses of a team's defence quite easily. Here's Rashica. Klassen. Paul McGinn almost dispossessing. Rashica, here's the Werder Bremen man. Is there a cross coming in? There might very well be. Attempted cross, but it's put out by Paul McGinn for a corner on the 85th minute.
Yeah, good defending from the Hibs full-back, sticking to his task and not letting the cross come into the box, but it will be a corner though. Oh no, a free kick in fact.
Free kick. That's an odd decision from the referee, yeah.
But it's a free kick nonetheless.
And it's Rashica to take this one. And that'll be cleared by Tom James for a throw in.
Yeah, wasted there for Werder from Werder Bremen.
Free kick at that position, you would expect them to make a bit more of an effort to get that into the 6-yard box at least. Because when it's hit, it can go anywhere. There's the injured Moisander to Rashica. And that's going to be a penalty, or is it a free kick to Hibs? I think it's a penalty to Werder Bremen. And Paul McGinn, the offender.
Penalised there by the referee.
It's a free kick. It is a penalty, actually, Keith. There's no doubt about it. He's hooked his man from behind with his right leg, and it's going to be Davy Klassen to step up and take this one. Injured as he is.
So let's see what he can do.
He's missed it! My oh my, you don't get much more drama than that late on in the game.
Hits the post.
That's
a great save.
That's a save from Marciano. That is
what
something
a save.
Else. It's going to be a corner. More trouble for Hibs in the 88th. Ball comes in. And away by the Hibs defence. Is this a chance now? It's going to be another corner. Hibs living dangerously here. It's going to be Rashica. And he's whipped in and hooked for yet another corner.
Yeah, the Hibs defence under real pressure in the final minutes of this friendly match.
And we want to hope that they can get this one away and clear. Rashica to take. And that is another corner. The Bremen fans are now rioting behind the goal to get their team back into this game with another 5 minutes of added time. And this is quite a climax here at the Weser Stadium. Hibs into survival mode now. That's the way. We just need Christian Deutsch to get there before Toprak, Pizarro, Sahin. And that's retained by Hibs. Now Fraser Murray just running for that far corner. Look at the pace on Fraser Murray. Wonderful, wonderful by the academy graduate. Look at the pace on this young lad. Is this a chance? Almost. Wonderful run from Fraser Murray. He really did his absolute best to make sure Hibs stuck to guns and retain possession.
You wanted them to go all the way there, Dave. But unselfish, Fraser Murray.
You wanted him to go all the way. I was on the edge of my seat hoping he would just lash that one into the far corner, but not to be. Dying embers of the game now for Werder Bremen. Last chance saloon. Gustafsson. Oh no! And that's an equaliser in the final minute of added time.
Pizarro with that goal, I think it is, Dave, and decent ball and just get in between Hanlon and Porteous, and
that's a gut-wrenching blow to.
Just took it first time and he had to as well, and Marciano no chance for that really, and that's the equalising goal here at the Weser Stadium.
Really unfortunate. Virtually the last kick of the game, and it's indeed Claudio Pizarro for Werder Bremen to get the equaliser in the 94th minute of this friendly between the two sides in green and white. Here's Malin, and it's a full-time whistle here at the Weser Stadium. And you have to say, Keith, it's a gut-wrenching blow to concede in that time after all the hard work Hibs have put in.
It certainly is, you know, taking the lead after 7 minutes, which you'll see here from Paul Hanlon, bulleting a header into the back of the Bremen net to give Hibs the lead. And at that point, you know, Hibs looked pretty comfortable, but then Werder Bremen came back into it. And see that save there from Ophir Marciano. He's been in great form again today.
He's had an unbelievable performance. He really has.
37 minutes, this is equaliser. Sacco just finding space at that back post and putting that right foot through the ball and lashing into the back of the net to give Bremen the equaliser.
Do we have added time here, Keith?
We may well do, or we'll go straight to penalties, and there's the goal that gave Hibs the lead. Great work from Daryl Horgan to find Christian Deutsch, and Ballon Deutsch, the big Welshman, does it once again for Hibs.
Indeed.
18 minutes, great save there from Marciano. A wonderful save from the big Israeli.
Phenomenal.
Here's an equalising goal, and the final minute of added on time. Pizarro getting in between Hanlon and young Ryan Porteous, and really taking the first time. There's nothing that Marciano could do about that. That's just experience from Pizarro, and that gives Werder Bremen the equaliser right at the end of the second half.
first half of extra time at the Weser Stadium. That's Werder Bremen to break Hibs' hearts in the 94th minute. David Pizarro getting that equaliser. We had it done and dusted, but wasn't to be in the 90 minutes. Let's see if it'll be in extra time.
Yeah, looks like Hibs were heading the victory there, but that goal, that last minute goal from Pizarro, denying them that, at least at this juncture.
And going to be a chance for Gustafsson to gather up some offense. Here's Sahin, Bartels, Sahin, Pizarro, Klaassen, back to Sahin. Oh, and that's straight at Christian Deutsch. Chance for Scott Allen. Deutsch does well to find Fraser Murray. And Murray's got a bit of pace here. Just muscled off the ball by Toprak, but he regains possession. Is this to be? Oh, what a save by Pavlenka. That is a massive save from Pavlenka.
I think Darryl Horgan it was coming in there with the header, and then great save from the Werder Bremen goalkeeper to keep them in that game. Looked like for all the world Hibs were going to take the lead there.
I genuinely thought that was going to be the third goal, but Pavlenka just pulled it out of the bag there. And James intercepts Bartels, keeps possession. Here's Fraser Murray. Scott Allen. Back to Murray again, back to Allen. Hibs build up again now. Oh. Dave! And he's missed it! Stevie Mallon has missed the open goal. He scuffs it wide of the far post. And that is awful.
He holds his head in his hands, and so he should. Stevie Mallon went with his left foot, but could have gone with his right, surely, Dave, and that would have put Hibs in the lead. Again, good work from Fraser Murray. Certainly played well since he's come on.
Has indeed, and that's a second chance. 5 minutes that Hibs could have easily taken the lead, but again, Pavlenka's just pulled it out of nowhere. And now Allen. Reach back to Allen. Now Hibs again trying to break their way through. All Hibs in this first half of extra time. There's Davy Klaassen. Gustafsson. Klaassen again. Back to Gustafsson once again. He's got too much space down this far side. He's outrunning Paul McGinn. Post. Wonderful defending from Paul Hanlon. Now Fraser Murray's going to put this one out for a throw-in.
Just couldn't quite keep it in.
And Hibs clearing their lines really, really well. Sahin. Now Bartels. Ended by Ryan Porteous, out for another throw-in.
5 minutes remaining in this first period of extra time.
And Sahin. Intercepted. Stevie Mallon. Now Fraser Murray. Back to Werder Bremen again. Sahin, Klaassen. Intercepted. Now Horgan. Somewhat fresh legs. And lovely pace by Darryl Horgan, streaming down this right-hand side. He's got more than enough options. Is it to be? It is! It's Scott Allen to put Hibs ahead in the 101st minute. And it was all Darryl Horgan's pace. And the finish on the head of Scott Allen.
Yeah, great goal from Hibs there. It was all about the pace of Darryl Horgan getting down that right-hand side, finding Scott Allen. Look at the run from Scott Allen. It's all about the pace and the ball. Scotland didn't really have to do much of that. Just waiting for the ball to come and bullied a header past Pavlenka. No chance there for the Werder Bremen goalkeeper. Werder Bremen 2, Hibernian 3.
Well, we do love a 3-2.
We do love a 3-2.
Oh. Now, Werder Bremen will kick things off once again as we reach the end of the first half of extra time. Shika to Augustinsson. Shika again. Werder Bremen now have it all to do to try and break Hibs down. Hibs have put so many bodies behind the ball to try and protect this lead. As we approach the final minute, here's Bartels. Sahin. The legs of Stevie Mallon. And that's going to be an offside call by the referee. The linesman.
Ooh, just very little in that. First a fraction. Bartels it was.
Tom James to lash this one in. Scott Allen dispossessed now at the feet of Sells. With Sacco. Sells again, he's got a bit of space here. Back post, but it's only going to be Paul McGinn, who now gives it away to Augustinsson. Ashika, Augustinsson, Klaassen. Wonderful footwork from Klaassen. Luciano punches, and that's away. 2 minutes of added time.
Yeah, move into the last of these. 2 minutes of added time in the first period of added time. So.
Boyd wrestling with Sahin, and that's the end of the first half of extra time. Hibs going into the second half of extra time with a 3-2 lead, with Scott Allen putting Hibs ahead in the 102nd minute of this game. Keith, it's been a stormer of a second half, and all Hibs.
It has. Hibs have played very well in the second, in this first half of extra time. Werder Bremen got off to a good start, but after that it was all Hibs. And they're in the lead courtesy of that goal from Scott. And great work from Darryl Horgan, must be said, to take the chance.
Yes, indeed. So, if you want to see how this one plays out, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half. Just a few moments. Stay with us. Half of extra time. Hibs with it all to defend, Keith, and hopefully we can get a second goal in added time.
Yeah, indeed. This friendly match decided that they would go to extra time just to increase the players' fitness rather than going straight to penalties.
Now Hibs again working the ball really well, dispossessed by Rashika, and now Bremen with a chance. Here's Osako. To Bartels, Osako. A chance, and that's gone Hibs' way. Stevie Mallon now in possession.
From the tackle.
Mallon all the way down this right-hand side. Is he going to find Horgan once Horgan puts himself back on side? He's not. Dispossessed.
It's Augustinsson with that tackle there. Just couldn't quite escape the clutches of the Werder Bremen defence there.
Louis Sahin in possession on the far side. He's got he's got Tom James and Weser Murray to deal with. Here's Moisander. Klaassen. There's Sahin. Sahin with the footwork, the shot, it's in! That is an absolute belter. Nuri Sahin. Not what the Hibs fans wanted to see, but it's a stunning goal from the Turkish international.
Has created all the space himself with that turn. Give Hallberg no chance at all, and as Paul Hanlon advanced, he switched it to his other foot and then lashed that shot behind Marciano. Great skill there from Sahin. 3-all, game on here.
The 9th minute goal from Nuri Sahin puts things level at the Weser Stadium. And now, there's only 10 minutes left for Hibs to try and find a winner. Oh, this one goes to penalties. Tom James, wonderful run. Is he going to find anyone central? That's some good defending by Werder Bremen. A bit shaky. Now Bartels, Osako, Sahin to Moisander. No, Werder Bremen just ball about, building up. Here's Bizarro, dispossessed. It's going to be a throw into Werder Bremen and just at the halfway line. Now Augustinsson to take the throw. It's dispossessing with McGinn. There's Mallon. McGinn. Good ball to Scott Allen. Wonderful ball to Horgan. Does he have the pace? Oh, Horgan. And is it in? It's Fraser Murray. And how about that? Into Fraser Murray. A wonderful finish into the roof of the net.
Yeah, once again, it's all about that ball from Daryl Horgan. And then, as Pavlenka came towards Murray, just lifted it over him with that left foot to give Hibs a 4-3 lead, unbelievably, here at the Weser Stadium. Great goal from the Hibs youngster.
Oh, just wonderful. That's what the Hibs fans want to see. 4-3, 5 minutes to go. You can almost cut the pressure with a knife in the stadium.
How long is it before you can get classed as a Hibs, and you don't get classed as a Hibs youngster?
Now Hibs again with a chance to push forward. Here's Daryl Horgan. Horgan, chance! Oh, that's missed by Fraser Murray. That was another chance for a wonderful goal at the back post. There is
great work by Daryl Horgan. Just couldn't get under it enough. It looks like it could be going out for a corner. It maybe Werder Bremen defence got there just before Fraser Murray couldn't. It is a corner to Hibs. Scott Allen to take.
Has to come off the head of Toprak instead of Fraser Murray. Scott Allen whips it in. Chance from Allen to take a wonderful shot, but not come off too well. Here's Augustinsson. Rashika. Sahin. Werder Bremen have to be really careful here not to give the ball away in space, because you can see that Hibs are wanting to bury this game with another goal. As we eagerly approach 120 minutes. And the chance here for Werder Bremen. Back post. And that's away. Valiant defending by Ryan Porteous. Big chance for Werder Bremen there. Almost cleared off the line by Ryan Porteous. Here's Klassen. 1 minute to go. Voigt, Rashika. Wonderful tackle. Now Hibs in possession. Allen to Hallberg. Murray wants it out wide. Tom James battling away. He loses out. It's all the way back to Pavlenka. 2 minutes of added time. Pavlenka runs that one out of play for a Hibs throw in, and that'll do.
Great decision there from the Bremen goalkeeper. Not quite sure what he's doing there, but Hibs will take that.
Panic from the Werder Bremen goalkeeper. Hibs just need to run the clock down. Pavlenka. Werder Bremen are really closed into their own half here as the clock runs
Where
down.
you want them to be.
And that is the full-time whistle at the Weser Stadium, and Hibs take the victory home to Edinburgh. It is in the final score of Hibs 4, Werder Bremen 3. Keith, what a goal fest we had this afternoon.
What a goal fest. Amazing game is again. Hibs victorious in extra time there. 4 different goal scorers. Paul Hanlon, Christian Doidge, Scott Allen and Fraser Murray. And that's remarkable stats here. 4 different goalkeepers as well, different goal scorers as well from the Bremen side, 3 different scorers as well from their side. So very impressive victory for this Hibs side.
And no doubt be a famous friendly victory that the Hibs fans will remember, as we just take a quick look back over some of the goals we've enjoyed this afternoon.
Yeah, the Hibs fans will be off to the virtual pub with their Werder Bremen counterparts to have a few beers and discuss that one, or something softer if you prefer. You're welcome to have a virtual beer or something a bit stronger if you wish while you're watching this game.
Pixelated ale or lager.
Yes, indeed. So Christian Doidge of that goal. Here's that equalising goal just when we thought Hibs had won it. Pizarro, that first. God, just look at that. That's just class.
And then of course the goal.
No chance at all. That's a cracking goal. That is. That made it 2-2. And you know what? You've got Hibs had a bit of work to do. Hibs missing some great chances.
Here's the goal in 102 minutes from Scott Allen. Wonderful header. All he had to do was make sure he got it on target. Wonderful goal.
Yeah. It was. You thought Hibs missed a couple of chances in that first period of extra time. Wasn't to be, but again, it was all about the run. Darryl Horgan involved once again. I think it was. Look at that cross. There's the one for Fraser Murray.
Wonderful finish.
Just taking that left foot and just.
And that's everything.
Looking over the advancing Pavlenka in the Bremen goal.
At full time, it's Hibs 4, Werder Bremen 3. Just final score flashing up for you there. From myself and Keith, it's been a good afternoon of goals, and we will see you next time here on Hibs TV. Have a good afternoon.
Indeed so, 7-goal thriller here.